Hey everyone, I thought I would do a quick video talking about the tools I use in my garden. I know there's so many tools out there on the market for home gardeners that it can become confusing, or it might take you a while of using different types of tools to get the same effect. And so it could take a little bit of time, but I've finally come to the conclusion that these are the tools that work the best for me in my garden. And I know different soils, different climates and things like that may change what you need, but this is just what works really well for me. So I have this shovel that works great for moving lightweight material in large quantities really quickly, like leaves, hay, straw, dried out manure, things like that. It works great for just getting the job done quickly. I love it. This little hand trowel works great for small things, so I like it. I use this leaf rake a lot, not only for moving leaves and lightweight material, but also for smoothing the top of garden beds before I put in the rows and things like that, because it helps smooth the top, get off small debris and things that you might miss with a larger rake. So it works great for that. This pulling hoe works really well for actually putting in the furrows that you want to plant seeds in, or small plants or things like that. I really find this to be indispensable for that type of thing. This hoe works great for shallow weeding, and if you need a wider furrow, it works really well for that. As long as your soil is loose enough, it works great for that. This is one of my favorite shovels of all time. It's a heavy-duty, steel-handled shovel that helps me dig in this really heavy soil. We also have flat blade shovels and other lighter weight shovels, but I really use this one a lot in the garden. This I find to be an indispensable tool in the garden. I don't know if it's actually what you would consider a gardening tool. It's called a McLeod. It has a nice long straight edge here and also a rake on this side. You can move vast amounts of soil around with this thing and pull out any larger rocks or debris that might be in the soil, weeds, things like that at the same time. It's just, I love it. It's great. This small garden fork has worked many years for me. As you can tell, it's got duct tape on it to cover the poor wooden handles. That just the sun is brutal with wood around here, but yeah, it's a very handy tool in the garden. This I use for digging small holes or pulling up, getting weeds that have a long tap root that you don't want to break off down there because it'll come back. Works really well for that. And then this tool is my favorite tool of all time. It's my broad fork. It is, this is like the most indispensable tool I have in my arsenal for the garden. It's pretty hefty, and it's got monster blades on it. The tines are just crazy. And it opens up this heavy clay soil better than anything that I've found beyond a tiller, which I don't like to use. We have used a tiller in the distant past to get soil broken up, but once I realized that it was also killing a lot of the soil life, the worms and the other mycelium, just things that I would like to keep in the soil. I'm trying to build those things up, not destroy them. This is my go-to for taking care of opening up the soil. And yeah, I never want to be without it again. And then, of course, my other favorite tool in the garden is my trusty dump truck. That's what we call this thing. My son bought it for me for my birthday one year, and I get more use out of that thing than you can even imagine. It's great.